Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Word Power. This is a great day to be alive. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. Welcome again to Word Power. What's up, everybody? Welcome to everybody watching on IG, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Today, we're talking about what about me? Encouragement for the road ahead. And I'm so excited to be able to be here with you every week. We're here for recharge, encouragement, and inspiration wherever you're watching. This is Word Power. This is not a figment of your imagination, but this is encouragement for your day. Every week we have a word of the week, and the word of the week this week is encouragement. That's right, encouragement. Everybody goes through a spell where they have challenges, where they may have concerns, or they may have issues. But I want you to know that today is a day to be encouraged. Happy birthday to my man Keelan 330-301-0. Let's go. I believe that today we really need some encouragement. We really need some kind of peace to get us off the schneid, off of our own personal indifferences and personal challenges, personal spiritual maladies. And today I'm here to encourage you. Guess what? I got a word for you today. I'm so excited this morning. I really don't know what to do. I'm excited this morning. Check this out from 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. And David was greatly distressed. He was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved. They're upset and tired. Every man was grieved for his sons and for his daughters, but David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. And I want you to know today that you have to find a way to be encouraged. Every now and then, all of us go through a season where we may feel discouraged, where we may be despondent, and we may feel disparaged by the people who we love and believe, and who we could call on or count on the most. But I want to encourage you today that every one of us has been to the point. Have you ever been to the point in your life where you ever wanted to throw in the towel? And I'm saying throw in the towel, say, forget it. You can have this job. You can have this church, you can have this company, you can have this marriage, you can have this relationship. And if you have not been to that point, I'm not saying that you should be, but if you haven't been to that point, there's some people who are at that point now, after a conversation you had last night, after an encounter you had last evening. There's some people today who really are really discouraged and hoping that things could get better. These are some things that happen when you want to throw in the towel. Guess what? You might have some grief in your life. You might have some tragedy in your experience. You might be dealing with some heartache, and you might be dealing with some sleepless nights. And finally, is the big one, self-doubt. Now, some people really take self-doubt to the next level. They start acting out. They start saying things. And the people who were mild and meek and lowly start using curse words like my man Peter in the Bible. But I would suggest to you that self-doubt probably is the one that erodes your body like a cancer, because it causes you to come back to the same point every single time. What if I don't do this correctly? What will they say? How will they treat me? What will they do? And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of theys in our lives that we really give life to, that we really need to silence. But I'm going to tell you one today that we're going to silence is self-doubt. Now, I'm going to tell you, sometimes this happens when your best is not, when it's not your best, it's not always recognized. Sometimes when you do your best, it's not always recognized. So some people find discouragement and self-doubt. Say, man, I tried my best. I did the best I could. I baked. I washed the dishes. Come on, brothers. I washed the dishes, and still we didn't score a touchdown. But I would suggest to you today, sometimes when you do your best, it's not always recognized, but it's not always about others. It's about how we perceive a situation to be. And I want to let you know, in case you forgot to remind yourself this morning, you are a special gift, and your smile lights up the room, and you are more than enough, and you are doing a great job at life. There's some people who have given up on life, and I'm not talking about the suicide. I'm not talking about to any other egregious type of self-harm or self-mutilation. What I'm talking about is some people have given up on trying. Some people have given up on effort. Some people have given up on trying to do and be the best that they can be. Guess what? Guess what? Listen, I know things aren't always the way that they should be right now. Things aren't all perfect. Everything ain't good. Everybody ain't passing out roses to everybody. Some of y'all got some real straight up grief, some real straight up trauma. But I know a lot of you all are asking this question, what about me? What about me? I've been giving, and ain't nobody been giving back. I've been serving. I've been faithful. And instead of getting roses, I'm getting thorns. But I want you to know today that you got to be encouraged. You got to be encouraged on your job, whether you're a leader or whether you're or on a team, whether you're leading people or leading in your home. Even if your ideas are not accepted, you are acceptable to God and those who love you. Ooh, that's so good. I think I'm going to say it again. Even if your ideas are not accepted, even if your plans are not accepted, even if what you're trying to do is not accepted, you are accepted and acceptable to God and to those that love you in your community. And I think a lot of people discount the people in their life. But Pierre Quinn, Jay Allen, Keelan, I got something for you today that's going to knock your socks off. You ready to get your socks knocked off? You ready to get something coming at you? Open your mind and open your heart. And I got something for you this morning. And here it is. If you miss anything else, whether you're watching this now or the rebroadcast, somebody needs to hear what I'm about to say. I'm taking off all the tickers. I'm taking off everything. And I'm going to look you straight in the face and say it. I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt that the struggle you are in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You can stop watching this broadcast because somebody just got encouraged. The struggle you are in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. And I want you to know the reality for a lot of us is that we discount the struggle today as being menial, as being difficult, as being onerous, as being something that's too busy and too big to handle. But the struggle Keelan you in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. And I'm saying, let's not discount that struggle, because even in the middle of that, we're all developing muscle. We're all developing potential. We're all developing everything we need in order to be where we need to be when God has assigned us to be there. I have a good friend, Dr. Carol Campbell Norris, who talks about God's assignments for our life. Some people are mad about their assignment that they have because it's not where they want. It doesn't have all the shine they want. Guess what? You might have an iPhone, you watching somebody else that has all the cameras, all the screens, everything that you're trying to do. But I want you to know the struggle you in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. And I want you to know that there are a few keys to encouraging yourself. There's some keys to staying grounded. There's some keys to before you take off, but you got to know that the struggle is not all bad, but it may be for your good. Somebody talk back to me in this chat today. Now, there are some keys to encouraging yourself. I got to give you these keys. I got to tell you what the real deal is. And I don't want you to take these for granted. Wherever you're watching this right now, that there's something that's inside of here that's going to bless you. I'm so excited this morning. All right, so keys to encouraging yourself. All right, number one, don't look back. Now, some of y'all are looking back. You got too much time thinking about all the regrets that you had, all the decisions that you should have made, all the things that you should have done. You don't need to look back. Yo, my man Jimmy Butler, who is down here inside of the bubble, has a story that you've got to watch on YouTube. He got this story on YouTube. And if I could, man, hook me up with Jimmy Butler, somebody, because I got to talk to this guy. And I love to talk to you about your story. You got so much out there to give. Please send me a message. Please instant message me, DM me, whatever it is, in me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, because you've got a story. But Jimmy Butler, his mom said, I don't even like the way you look. So at 13 years old, she said, get out of the house. And as a result of a few circumstances and making a long story short, Jimmy Butler, when he got fame and fortune, he decided to do something that kind of seems strange, but is really realistic for a lot of us. What he did was he took out the rear view mirror out of every car he has. He doesn't want to look back. He want to think about going backwards. He is just concerned about going forward. So number one, don't look back. Number two, you got to find something to fill your cup. That's right. Fill your cup, and don't let others determine what activities should fill you. Everybody has some kind of thing that says you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Put the shoulds over to the left, like we talked the other week. And I want you to know today, don't let others determine what activities should fill you. Guess what? If you want to be on the radio, go be on the radio. If you want to be an international virtual speaker, talk to my man Pierre Quinn. If you want to learn how to do media, call Jay Allen Media. And what I'm saying to you today is that you can do anything that you choose to do, but you can't let others determine what activities should fill you. I told you I'm full today, and you're going to get a little bit more. Number three, you got to find some joy. That's right. You got to find some joy. There are things that are out there that are depleting, that are taken away, and that are leeches for your time and your joy. So please, whatever you do, find some joy. And I want you to know today that, yes, all right, man, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Things are really challenging. And there are really some problems that you have that if you could tell me, they're probably bigger than what you really could, what you really choose to share, right? But I would suggest to you, there is joy somewhere. There is some joy somewhere. Everything's not all bad. Babies are being born. Businesses are being created. Buildings and houses are going up all around everywhere. So somebody has found the key to joy. And I want to let you know that today there's some great things that are going on. I want to share them with you. We're going to go through the next few keys in just a moment, but I want to share with you some great things that are happening and some wonderful experiences that will be coming along very, very soon. This week on the network, we have my friend M. Curtis Powell talking to us about hope for the holidays. And I want to let you know that this is going to be great. Join on the network on Built to Thrive on Facebook and YouTube and on Twitter. And then also, thank you for subscribing. Please send what's going on to built.to.thrive on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and go to built-to-thrive.me. Now, some of y'all are looking for some purpose. Some of y'all are looking for something real. And I want to let you know finding your purpose is out there for you on the Built to Thrive YouTube channel. And coming up very soon, you're going to be able to purchase Built to Thrive Discovery Guide, and I'll let you know in just a few weeks how. Finally, the Built to Thrive podcast is there for you, waiting for you, and I want to be able to share that with you and share these precious moments, great interviews, and I'm going to tell you some breakthrough conversations. And the last conversation I had last week was with Ronald Brizet. We talked about the government, voting. He's a state congressman, former state congressman, very influential leader. And a couple weeks ago, I talked to a family member of Chadwick Boseman, and that's a great conversation that you'll want to hear as well. I want you to know today that not only should we find some joy, not only should we fill our cup, but we can't look back. And then I'm going to tell you, yeah, things are difficult. But number four, I'm going to tell you, there's another thing that you got to do in order to encourage yourself. You got to change the scenery. That's right. You got to change some scenery around you. Last week, me and my wife and our family, we changed the scenery. We went out, and I'm telling you, I feel brand new. And I want each of you to have that same experience about feeling brand new all over again. Some of you digging, and hoping to find gold, but it's really around you when you re-energize yourself. So go out for a drive, do something that's going to energize you. Then I'm going to tell you, dress up in your house. Guess what, sisters? You got to lift up the trumpets and loud let it ring that Jesus is coming again. My brothers, you got to get that shape up. You got to shape in. You got to shape out. You got to make sure that things are put together. And you can't just let yourself go in this time. Just because it's the pandemic, that don't mean it got to be a pandemic on your dress or your attitude or getting that hair done, those nails done, and Lord have mercy, getting those feet done. Guess what? You can learn how to do some stuff yourself, but you got to dress up. And some people say, I can't go out. I can't go out. You can. Yes, you can. You can go on a date at home, dress up, take care of yourself, and have yourself a good time. And I want you to know today that it's not just all about dressing up, but it's also about giving yourself some grace. My goodness, give yourself a break. Some of you need to give yourself a break because you're afraid of what people will say, afraid of what will happen, and you got so much tension, and it comes out in ways that you probably consciously or unconsciously are not aware of. And so give yourself a break. I want you to know today that stop chasing perfection and start being yourself. You have to start being yourself. And if you don't know who that is, take some time to find out. And finally, I'm telling you, start smiling. I got a good friend, Marvin Clark from Change for You. He smiles all the time because he knows it's infectious. It does something to your mind and your body when you start smiling. And I'm telling you, if you start smiling, you will never know what will happen to you. People can even know you're smiling behind the mask. Please, 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 please stop being afraid of what can go wrong and start being positive about what can go right. I want you to know today that you have to go forward. This is a time to go forward. This is a time to keep moving. Remember, the struggle you are in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. And then I want you to know that if David was distressed, and he was a man after God's own heart, for the people, and they spake of stoning that man, some people are thinking about stoning you too. But guess what he did? He encouraged himself in the Lord. So I want you to be encouraged today in the Lord. I want you to be encouraged today wherever you are. And please, 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 please know that there is encouragement for the road ahead. Please, please, please look out and support consultation. If you need some support, encouragement, consultation, hit me up on the Built to Thrive Facebook page. Hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, all the other things that I shared before. Remember, today is a gift waiting for you to unwrap. Be encouraged. I hope to see you on Wednesday night. If not, I'll see you on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. This same place, this same time, wherever you are. Please, whatever you do, know that there is encouragement for the road ahead. I'm Julian Johnson, and I approve this message. I hope you have a great week. God bless.